Bang, bang, MMA gang. Now let's get straight to it. Conor McGregor, out. Khamzat Chimaev, out. Jamal Hill, out. Alex Pereira, in. Jiri Prohaska, in. Diego Lopez, Brian Ortega, in. Carlos Ulberg, Anthony Smith, in. And the worst of them all, Ikram, Aliskerov, Robert Whitaker, in. Now, out of all these fighters, who fucked up the most? Who took the biggest loss? Is it Conor McGregor? Is it No. The biggest loss is Michael Chandler. This guy has been out since 2022. His last fight versus Dustin Poirier. Now, this guy might be slow. This guy's waiting for some Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is never fighting again. This guy wasted 2 years of his prime. Now he's like 37, 38. You're cooked. You're already a guy that takes so much damage. Maybe this was good for you. You took a longer break. But man, bro, you have ruined your career. Any aspirations of a title shot, all of that is out the window. You gave up everything to get that Conor McGregor money, which you could have made twofolds if you just fought like 4 times since then. You're so fucking stupid. Michael Chandler, you ruined your own career, and that is that. Moving on. Alex Pereira. This guy keeps saving us, bro. Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prohaska. Now, Alex Pereira saved us when John Jones fell out at MSG. He saved us at UFC 300 when we had no main event. He's now saving us at International Fight Week. All of this in less than a year. He's doing all of this in like a 9-month span. How much do we owe Alex Pereira? Would you ever see Islam Makhachev? Would you ever see Habib? Would you ever see even Magomed Ankalaev? Would you ever see any of those Dagestanis taking a fight on short notice? Now, anybody that says Ikram, Aliskerov, give me a little second. I'll get to him. That's one of the worst decisions the UFC has ever made. And I get why the UFC is doing it. But, man, us fans, we're not going for that. But nobody takes it. Alex Pereira has become Volkanovski on steroids. He's become the short notice king. He keeps saving us step by step by step. We owe guys like Alex Pereira a lot. Thank you, Alex. Jiri, you're getting your rematch. Man, it should have been Ankalaev, but Jiri, you're getting your rematch. Ankalaev, take this as a note. As a contender, you don't fucking call the shots. I like Magomed Ankalaev, but as a contender, you think you're going to say, I want to fight in Abu Dhabi while Alex Pereira is the champ? You think you call the shots? That Dagestani stuff is not going no more. We're not going for it. But yeah, shout out to Alex Pereira. We're going to quickly go through Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez. That's going to be a great fight. Shout out to Brian Ortega. I love Brian Ortega. I'm a T-City fan. I love Diego Lopez. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. I love jiu-jitsu. These two are going to have a lot of good scrambles, a lot of good jiu-jitsu. Brian Ortega's boxing did get better. He does have a good chin, but Diego Lopez has power. It's going to be a great fight. I love it. Anthony Smith is another guy that we have to start giving credit to. He's becoming like, you need a fill-in, I'll take that fight. Anthony Smith, salute, bro. I'm showing you respect, bro. It's a couple times where we needed replacements. You keep showing up, bro. Anthony Smith versus Carlos Ulberg. Shout out to Anthony Smith. That fight's going to be a good fight. We are locked and loaded. Now, Khamzat Chimaev. Now, I'm not going to get too crazy into him. Listen, sickness is sickness. I'm hearing it was a health scare. Listen, that is to be taken seriously. Khamzat Chimaev, you got it. But man, to go from this guy is going to be double champ to him, for him to be saying, see you soon, Adesanya. See you soon, Dricus. Every time a champ has won from welterweight, middleweight to light heavyweight, every time there's a new champ, he says, see you soon. He said it to Dricus. He said it to Leon. He said it to Alex Pereira. Man, to go from that to fighting once a year to fighting like, I don't even think we're getting the once a year stuff. It's not, I don't know if it's, can he not make the fucking weight? I don't know if it's the weight cut. It's just something that has to do with the health scare. I don't know what it is. Get well, Khamzat Chimaev. I don't want to get too crazy into that because health is wealth. Shout out to Khamzat Chimaev. Get well. We need you fighting soon. And that is that. Leon, the fight we all wanted to get to. UFC Saudi Arabia. Khamzat Chimaev pulls out for a health scare. Who steps in? Is it Sean Strickland? No. Is it Nasruddin Imavov, who's ranked, who was willing to fight Robert Whitaker? No, it's not Nasruddin Imavov. Is it Jared Cannonier, who's coming off a robbery in that Nasruddin Imavov fight via the ref? The ref robbed him of finishing that fight, a fight where he was up 2-1. It was going to be 2-2 going into the fifth. Anybody's ball game. The ref robbed him. Jason Herzog, I love you. You're a great ref, but you fucked it up. Is it Jared Cannonier? No. Is it even Paulo Costa, who's ranked, who's willing to fight? No. It's Ikram Aliskerov, who's not even fucking ranked, who has 2 fucking wins in the UFC versus a can. 2 cans, actually. Like, who remembers when he beat Phil Hawes? He beats Phil Hawes. Everybody's like, okay, that's a good win. Then the next fight that's booked for him is Paulo Costa. Phil Hawes, who's not fucking ranked, who's a can, who's out the UFC now. That's how bad he was, Phil Hawes. To Paulo Costa as his second fight when Paulo Costa was top 5. Now, if I say Dagestani privilege, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Come on, bro. There's no fucking way Ikram Aliskerov is having this fight. Now, people are saying, well, it's a short notice. He's stepping up. It's not short notice. Ikram Aliskerov has a fight this week, and he had a full camp. More than a full camp. He's had more than 12 weeks of training. Ikram Aliskerov has had a full camp. He's ready, locked and loaded, while Robert Whitaker, Bobby Knuckles, gains nothing from this fight. Nothing. Not one iota. This is how it's going to go. Robert Whitaker flatlines Ikram Aliskerov. Everybody's going to say, well, he only has 2 wins and it's versus 2 cans. He was never really all that. That's what the narrative's going to be. Now, if Ikram beats Robert Whitaker, he's calling for a title shot. 100%. He was 1 fight ago calling for, hey, Bonako. Hey, Bonako, you want to see Dagestan wrestling? Let's go. America versus Dagestan wrestling. Bonako, let's go. And Joe Rogan saying, who's he talking about? And your translator saying, Bo Nickel. Come on, bro. From you calling out Bo Nickel to you now saying you beat Robert Whitaker and then now you're talking about let me get a title shot. Bro, this is not like, bro, stuff gets me irritated. And if I say anything, it's Dagestan hating. How the fuck is it hating? The truth can never be considered disrespect. It's called calling a spade a fucking spade, man. These Dagestanis, like, this is not the first time you're getting Robert Whitaker and you're not even fucking ranked, while Nasruddin Imavov is clearly protesting and saying, I want that fight, and the UFC saying, we're not going to give it to you. Nasruddin Imavov, who's in the top 10, you're telling me Brendan Allen didn't want that fight? Come on, bro. This is number 1 bullshit fight. They're trying to push the Dagestanis, and we know why. That market is booming because of Khabib. Shout out to Khabib. He is a booming guy. Islam fought off that. Now it's becoming like a trend. Like, I love Shara Bullet. How the fuck did Shara Bullet give Marvin Vettori? Like, that was an actually talked about fight. Islam gets Bobby Green to a title shot. Umar Nurmagomedov gets Corey Sandhagen after fucking getting almost flatlined by Beksad Al-Makan. Like, come on, bro. Now, if I call it Dagestani privilege, I'm the bad guy. This is number 1 bullshit, man. Number 1 bullshit, and that is that. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend that the MMA gang is in. One side note. Jamal Hill should fight Magomed Ankalaev. Jamal Hill has a little slight injury, I'm hearing. I think he should be ready to go in the summer. He should fight Magomed Ankalaev at UFC Saudi Arabia. Not the Saudi Arabia, the Abu Dhabi one with Corey Sandhagen and that fight. It should be Magomed versus Jamal Hill as a number 1 contenders match. And then the winner fights Alex and MSG. And that is that. Like, share, subscribe.
Tell a friend to tell a friend that the MMA gang is in, and that is that.